10. We are met in the midst of a campaign for president where one candidate is an avowed fascist and the other candidate is a warmonger.
I'm going to ask you to
We are
restrict your
here
comments
because
to the
a
matters at
bicycle
hand.
rider
Sir?
has been tasered, and this group here wants to talk instead of the militarization of the local police who taser a bicycle rider. You want to rearrange the deck chairs on the Titanic.
Next.
Can you please clarify the part about the videotaping? And can you just read that part over about the videotaping and bothering other people?
If anyone wishes to videotape or take photographs of the proceedings, they are welcome to do so, as long as they do not distract others in the audience through their commentary, picture taking, or videotaping.
And can you clarify what is distracting by videotaping? Because I'm videotaping right now, and there are lots of people that don't like being videotaped in public meetings. So I just want some clarification, because as of right now, I could kind of be bothering somebody. So what are the limitations? And I just want that to be clear.
Yes, yeah, and
Thank
I
you.
think, no, that's, I think, a good question, because we do not want to discourage videotaping of our public meetings. What has become complicated is people kind of walking and being very close to people's faces, or having loud narratives of what they are doing over what people are saying as part of the meeting, which makes it hard to conduct the meetings. So that's what we mean by distracting, is if everyone is just filming as everyone is right now, in a way that's stationary.
I just think that the wording could be a little bit problematic, because if somebody wanted to disturb the meeting, they can use that for a reason to disturb the meeting. Just me sitting here filming. I just wanted to just point that out. That's it, I'm done, thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Debbie, I know League of Women Voters of Portland. I want to comment on the protocol. So number one, I know you don't need to respond to me, but I'm curious to what extent this draft was influenced by the public comment that you received. I also was wondering, seems like you're saying you're getting rid of the recorder, but C isn't crossed out on the second page. And then the last question is, it's not clear whether or not the executive committee meetings will be, that the public will receive notice and be invited to attend. Thanks.
Okay. C, recorded, should have been crossed out. Yes, the meetings will be public and you will receive public notice. Did that answer your question?
Oh, the one other thing was, some people I know submitted comments, and I'm curious if this draft changed any from the original draft that was released to the public for comment. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Did the public comment change anything that's in this? That's my question. It's okay.
Yeah. I was surprised when I saw this draft. I think there was another draft, but this is what we have tonight. Next.
Dan Handelman, Portland Top 5, I'm trying to focus. The ground rules doesn't look like they've changed based on the testimony that was given at the meeting last Tuesday. There are some specific items that are listed in the notes that didn't make it in there. I think we need another round of this before we finalize these. I think you can take public comment on one item at a time, because a minute and a half for two items is not enough. I think that if the chair makes decisions in between meetings, they should be required to report on it at the next public meeting during the report. We didn't put that in our comments, which we did send in and which were not incorporated. There also used to be a tracking list. That was part of the recorder's responsibility. Somebody on the CRC needs to keep that, so you have a parking lot or whatever, the items that you need to cover later that you put off to the side for discussion. And I agree with Ms. Ino, I think it should be explicitly stated that the executive committee meetings are going to be public meetings, or else future committees might not know that.
Okay. Is that it? Was there anyone else?
So, I'm David Keith Davis from Multnomah County Cop Watch, and I was wondering why these meetings aren't actually on the internet and broadcasted and all that other stuff. And also, I don't think there should be really restrictions on comments that upset people, and that's kind of a total restriction of freedom of speech in reality. And also, if people get upset by a camera, they can just say they're camera shy and have anxiety issues or whatever, and then people won't be able to film. So that's the issue right there. So maybe if people have such a big issue with cameras, then maybe they need to be seated in a special place and instead of the photographers, you know. But I'm wondering if you guys ever have considered like broadcasting these meetings. And also, it seems, you know, this is a board that's about transparency, but every time we come to these meetings, we never actually get the officers' names that are involved or any of that stuff. It's just Officer A, Sergeant B, blah, blah, blah. There should actually be an accounting of the victims of the Portland police and the victimizers, and an actual way that the public can track this stuff with real names, not just Officer A, B, and appellant and language like that. I mean, I've read the IPR reports before, and they don't really ever really list names except when it's supposed public interest enough, which
Okay, Mr.
I think
Davis, your
victims
time's
of
up.
police violence actually
Mr. Davis, could you
are
stop
a
now?
public interest, so they should basically be published, and not just the high profile cases.
Thank you.
All right, is that everyone? Okay, so, the first matter would be